Hello there! The summer is here and Fortnite's update has landed, which has a whole month of content to be found. As well as enjoying the sun, I've also taken a closer look at the story missions we've been completing to discover some interesting finds. I'm ADAMARU, this is week 7 of season 3. Summertime always brings something to the island, from giant rappers trampling the world to giant rubber ducks floating upstream. This year, No Sweat Insurance is back in Fortnite, and they have brought back the floats seen in Chapter 2. Over the last week, a stage and what looks to be a skate park have slowly started construction. It's no secret that Epic have been displaying a lot of skateboards recently, which led us all to hope and expect skateboarding to be one of the new ways to get around over the summer in a coming update. The stage float may look lackluster right now, but cast your mind back. Remember when Travis turned up and we quickly realised that little stage was not needed. The concert was way bigger. So if we get another concert this year, expect the unexpected. And also expect it to be part of the overarching storyline too, just like when Ariana arrived and the Cube Queen read our minds to find the 0 point. That was a bit trippy. The next major update this week is found at Sleepy Sounds. The sapling we saw growing 1 week ago finally sprouted and became 4 POIs. Neo Tilted, Coral Castle, Colossal Coliseum and Tilted Town, all thanks to those reality roots which are spreading fast. Some may say worryingly fast. Sleepy Shrubs is surprisingly only the northernmost part of the location, and I think I know why. The Bromance. Here's one of the spots I didn't show you last week. The Fab Four can be found giving us an impromptu performance on a rooftop, in homage to the Beatles. Or if you're not that old, a homage to The Simpsons, which was a homage to the Beatles. Anyway, if you're lucky, the Fab Four will give you your own personal performance from a rooftop. The story of the season is slowly building and we are just getting to a good point, and suddenly it was paused for a month to make way for these summer shenanigans. A few weeks ago, the scientist admitted something, that the freeing of the 0 point, the thing we'd worked for years to get, may have been a mistake. Since then, we've been working with the scientist and his AI assistant called Amy. The reality tree seems like a great place to relax, but we could have already seen our next enemy, the Watcher, the Bloom Observer. Very ominous. The scientist believes the 0 point is trying to speak to us, giving off an energy shockwave which is slowly rising up the Richter scale. He surmises that the 0 point is deliberately bringing us different relics this season to help us prepare for battle. So far, we've found a Sith holocron, no less, which is like a key of information which Darth Vader would kill for. Then we also recovered a relic from the Indiana Jones movies, something which transcends the holder towards godliness.
There it is again. Another 0 point energy shockwave, magnitude 7.2. The 0 point has gotta be bringing these relics here because it wants us to have them, right?
And if the leaks are right, we'll see a Dragon Ball crossover soon. Which relic could that storyline bring in? Other mythical relics the Reality Bloom has given us were all themed around the 4 previous POIs we've mentioned, Neo Tilted Coral Castle, Tilted Towers and Colossal Coliseum. Yet, there was one other which appeared for a moment. On our search for a relic, we found this. Recognize it? A frozen shield with the mark of the Ice King upon it. The man who froze the island back in Chapter 1 and then completely vanished and we never heard from again. What makes this more alluring is thanks to the Marvel comic book series. The Zero War in issue 2 has brought back the Hybrids, another forgotten skin, and we first saw them in egg form frozen in the Ice King's home as the temperature slowly rose. These two events must be linked somehow. The 0 point is bringing us godlike relics, and we already know there are gods in Fortnite lore already. Could they be returning? The 0 point seems to be on our side and wants us to be ready. The problem now though is we have to wait a whole month for the storyline to continue, as right now Epic Games and their staff are on their annual summer jollies. It's vacation time for them. And we didn't even get to talk about the new faction, the Peace Syndicate. They've rocked up onto the island this season and set up shop in the restaurant on the water's edge, the one with Midas's design inside. This could be huge. We just have to wait 4 weeks. Of course, there are other stories to keep us occupied in the meantime, like the life of the Rock Fam. These have been around for a long time, long enough to see the original Ice King and the Prisoner do battle. And after being lost for a number of years, they finally re-emerged in the desert, and after crawling free, made a new farmstead by the beach, and for 7 weeks, they relaxed, completely vibing. The dad has now drank his own body weight in slurp juice, which his dog would fetch him regularly. But check out the dog now. He's completely done. He's collapsed from the heat of being worked like a dog. Sharon Stone continues to sunbathe next to her husband, and she's reading non-stop. Her 2 favourite books seem to be Cypher's Playbook, and now she has gone back to the book taken from Midas's library. We are still waiting to know if that is important, but that's the second reference to Midas today. And then we also have Kid Rock. I have no idea what he's doing this week. He's collected washed up trash and he's using them like Pokemon cards. I really don't know if Epic wants us to think about water pollution or this kid has some sort of fetish for trash. But he's doing this right now. Any guesses what it is? Oh, and this is a good one. A few people have said when visiting this spot, the sandcastle the lad is building can sometimes look like this. The Tilted Towers Clock Tower. Just to make sure I'm not getting trolled, if you're on Switch, could you check this spot for me please? Is the kid building a sand version of Tilted Towers? And speaking of Tilted Towers, it's finally time. No Sweat Insurance have taken back their building and are ready to work once again, led by a new character, the Underwriter. The No Sweat company are building the summer event POIs on the water right now, but they will also give us the ability to vote for the Tilted rebuild. User-created buildings will be erected, after we pay for it of course. Capitalism is here in Fortnite. No Sweat Insurance is all about taking our gold. But looking at the designs, it seems to be worth it. A really weird change today sees the cactuses we looked at last season. You know, the ones with the cones on their heads over time. And now, a cactus has grown higher than the rest and sports this gear. I have no idea what I'm looking at, but I like it. And finally, Truckosaurus has an update. The myth now has an arm and a sword attached. Or is that a walking stick? Soon, this slowest update since Hutwatch will be finished. Maybe it is going to be Optimus Prime. We shall see. The next time we meet for an update video like this, Condo Canyon will be taken over by the roots of the reality tree. Right now, it's already ripping apart the POI, demolishing vehicles as it goes. And not even the Daily Bugle can avoid it. The roots will reach here and cause reality surges. This will hopefully line up with the comic book series, as Spider-Man from that universe is trying to get that POI back home. And I'm really sorry, by the way, that I haven't finished the issue 2 breakdown. I'll have it ready for this weekend. You have my word. In fact, I'll go do that now. Thanks for your time. Here's a mega bunch of legends who used my code in the store. Thank you so much for sticking with me, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm Adam. You're awesome. I'll see you next time.